Hello, this is Jim Stockstill, coming to you from our program entitled The Handwriting on the Wall. And today what I'm coming about this morning, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I've tried to make some videos. I want to expose the lies of the rapture. I want to expose the lies. You got preachers all over the world who are pastors, and they've been propagating lies about the rapture, that we're going to be raptured, and there's no rapture. There's no rapture. Look, Paul in Second Thessalonians chapter 2, he comes to the people because they'd been saying that there was no resurrection, that there was no that the day of the Lord had already come. They've been saying that the day of the Lord had already come, and he says no. Now listen to me. He said that day, the day of the Lord, and that's when God starts his judgments on this earth and starts his discipline on the earth. He said that day, which is the book of Revelation, won't come until there be a falling away. One, that's a falling away, and the man of sin is revealed, or the son of perdition is revealed. He said we're going to see this abomination, this beast. We're going to see this, you call it Antichrist, which is not really the right name, but you're going to see this son of perdition. So he says, I beseech you, brethren, concerning the day of the Lord, and when we're going to be gathered. When we're going to be gathered, as Matthew 24, Jesus says, I'm going to send my angels and gather you from the four winds of heaven. Jesus says, I'm going to gather you with my angels. In Matthew, the greatest exposition on the end times. So Paul says two things. I'm coming to talk to you about the day of the Lord and when we're going to be gathered. Two subjects. Okay, gathered unto him. That day will not come unless it first be the great apostasy, the great falling away, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who exalts himself above everything that's called God, and as God sits in the temple of God, proclaiming that he is God, okay? Now, they got one verse, there's 16 verses in this. They got one verse that says that and one verse saying that, what's this here? My dog keeps interrupting. One verse saying that, but he who restrains will restrain until he be taken out of the way. The restrainer could, they say, well, that's the Holy Spirit, so when he's taken out of the way, we all go. Where does it say that? When he's taken out of the way, whoever the restrainer is, it's not the Holy Spirit. It could be a big angel. We don't know who restraining. God himself could be the one, the Father could be the one restraining. But when he's taken out of the way, then the beast, the Antichrist, will be revealed. So this is what I want to get you to understand, that there is no rapture. There is no rapture. You're not going to be taken away. You got 17 verses. Paul's saying explicitly that here's what you got to look for. You got to look for this. You got to look for a great falling away from the faith. You got to look for the man of sin to be revealed. You're here to see that. Jesus says, Matthew 24:15, he said, when you therefore see, well, somebody's going to be here to see. Who's he talking to? We're all gone to heaven through a fake rapture. He's, when you therefore see the abomination spoken about by the prophet Daniel, then let him who reads understand. That's when the beast sits down in the temple of God and proclaims that he is God. He said, when you see that, then if you're in the field, don't come back to get your coat. There'll be tribulation like not has been since the beginning of time. Flee, get out of Dodge, get away. If you're up on the housetop, don't come down. when you see, this is the very end of the dispensation. This is not something that somebody did already. This is the very end of this age. When you therefore see the abomination of desolation spoken about by the prophet Daniel, it goes on to say that it's the very end. Okay? So anyhow, I give you 5 minutes this morning to tell you that a lot of your great popular pastors do not know beans from hay. They don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the end times. Now, there's a bunch of men and women of God that knows what's going to go on, but don't keep believing a lie. It's much more popular, and you get a lot bigger following if you say, hey, everything's okay, we're going to be here, the life's going to go on forever, it's not going to ever change. But you can see right now what's happening in the world. You can see that one kingdom is being purposely destroyed so that another kingdom can come up. The kingdom of the United States is being purposely destroyed so that China can come up and be the next superpower. Whether we let that happen, I don't know. That may get me taken off the Facebook here. So anyhow, until next time, James Stockstill saying, I want you to keep looking for the handwriting on the wall.